What up, guys? Alright, so today I had another YouTube letter. I'm just gonna find it out to show you guys. This is a kid from Denmark who sent me this. Yeah, it's just got my name on it, and I'm gonna show you what's inside. I have opened it earlier, but I want to show you guys as well so you can see it. He added me some money for buying a board, and I thought I'm just going to show you guys the board before I ship it off. And he's very cool because he wrote everything in English. That will give a chance for you guys to see. He actually made a nice drawing, include the money. Look, see, right, Izilly on a fingerboard, which is cool. And there's like he did one of the pirate decks of Black River Rams. I think it's Black River Rams did the pirate deck. So yeah, and if you guys want to go and look at his channel, that's his YouTube name, 11JEPPE. So go and find him, and yeah, have a look at his channel. It's very cool. He wrote this letter for me, and also he had the money, so I can do the fingerboard for him. Our fingerboard is being shipped off in a minute. And yeah, but you asked to see how it looked like. Well, I'm going to show you. This is the top side of your board, and it's countersunk the hole. And your last name is Nilsson, so that's the board. Light is not showing up very good, but you can see it's shiny, and it's got the Nilsson. The top of the Nilsson is pink, and the bottom is red. So I hope you like it. But that is on the way to the mail to you, so with a bit of luck you should have that tomorrow. Also, I've been working on something else, because I wanted to do, you remember I did my other split ply. I'm just going to pick it up so you guys can see, for those of you who haven't seen it. Let's just pick it up here. Right. You guys remember I made my split plywood? That one here. I haven't been using it yet, because I don't feel like I want to drill holes in it. There's already pre-marked where the holes go. But this is my split ply, and I thought it came out really nice with the 2 grains of wood up here, sanded nicely and smooth. So I thought, well, I want to try and do some other ones. So I actually made 2 other split plies today. This is just the plies for me to put on, and yeah, they are almost done. Let me just have a look here. See, this is a new design I've been working on. That's going to be the bottom of a board, and I use the same piece on the opposite way. And how I do this is I cut the wood out the way I want it, and I use a piece of paper on the back side to help it glue together. It will peel off quite simply when it's completely dry. I have just to be careful. And I add a bit of glue on the joints and push it together and hold it until I can see it's tight. And that is how I do my split plies. It takes a bit of time, and you got to make sure that the veneer is the same thickness. And to make the cuts so they're gonna get even, don't forget to use something which is straight. I use this one here, and just put it gently down, and use a standing knife like that here. And I just go over through 2, 3, 4, 5 times, very, very gently. Don't push hard, just so the wood would have a nice cut. So if you want to do that's exactly the same way I did this. So this is the new versions of that. I don't know how it's going to look. I just hope it'll be nice. And I wanted to have like the end tip to be straight, so you could see that with tail and something like that. So I'm interested to see how it's going to come out. I will show you guys when I finish them, so you can have a look, which is cool. So yep. And also, I finished the board for I Love Izilly, but I'm not telling you how the board looks like. You can see some of the board. This is the top side of your board. I'm not going to show you the downside of it, because that's going to be a little surprise to you. And I hope that you will possibly make a review of that board and show me that you got it. Sorry, I might be out of focus. And besides that, because you sent me the money and asked for some wood, but you had enough wood, I found, as I told you, another board I had which you could have on it. And this one here is normally it's a bit I haven't lacquered it or drill holes or anything. I'll leave it you to do that, because you'll have this free, and you have it free on top of the deal, because it is slightly crooked. I don't know why it happens. Sometimes when I make a board and I leave it to dry, even though it sits in the mold long enough, when it comes out, it's like the wood. It's like the wood just twist a little bit to the one side. I mean, it's like, can you see it? If you look at the nose and tail, it's probably very hard to see. You can write, yeah, you can see there. Look at the end where I have that straight now, and look at that. So it's a bit crooked, but actually you can write them crooked. They're not that bad. Because my own one here, which I have here, my old Micros one, which I'm going to do another one of as well. If you look at that, that is actually crooked as well. It's a bit hard to show you guys, but it is crooked the same way. And I think it's because of certain wood I use. When I use this wood, it goes crooked. When I use this one here, it just stays nice and straight. So I don't know. I think I just gotta make sure that I don't use this wood very much. But you have this board on top of the other one free, and also because you paid me quite well, I'm gonna add you. You said you wanted to have me to do some pliers for you with graphics on, so you can just put them in your own mold. You don't have to send me any wood. I'll be fine. But I can make them. So if you give me the graphics you want on it, I will try and put it on as good as I can, and I'll send you those 3 pliers. So I won't ship this to you until you send me that graphic, so I can make sure that everything goes in one envelope. It'd be silly for me to send all this stuff all the way to America just to do the same a couple days after. Oh, I've been quite productive today as well. Making a board for one of my friends in the skate park, which he bought from me. His name is Marco, and he wanted to have a board himself. So I made one. He told me just to go nuts with the design, so I did that. So he got like a zebra wood with the Marco on it in a graphic designer way, like a graffiti. And I hope he'll like that. You guys probably say, "Wow, why can't we get some of that zebra wood?" Well, to be quite honest, guys, this is not zebra wood. It's actually part of the print. The board itself looks like this underneath, and so I just thought, well, I can use that zebra wood and make it nice. It hasn't been polished yet. Well, polished. Why did I say polished? It hasn't been clear coated yet, so I'm going down to do that shortly, so he can have that tomorrow, hopefully. He already paid for it, so it's just for me to drill holes and hand it to him. So yeah, it's been a very productive day. I'm not even done yet. Oh, when you do these split plies here, make sure you put them under pressure while they dry, the glue. What I do, I can show you. I got this, this is a glass plate, which I normally use. And what I do, I take the veneers, when the glue is on, put them underneath, and add a bit of paper on top. Because if you don't have paper, that maybe be able to stick to the actual glass. So put a slice of paper on top. Make sure before you do that, make sure there's not too much glue on. When you add a glue to the split ply, just wipe out the wood glue all over the joints, so it almost dries out instantly. Put a bit of paper over, and just slam those underneath a glass plate, or if you got something else heavy, just as long as it's flat. That's the importance. So just put it on the glass plate. I'm having a new desk, maybe in a couple of days, so it's going to be the same size as Paul's. Probably doesn't look that big because you got so much stuff on it, but it's a lot bigger, and I'm getting the same. The only difference is that I will have a glass plate on top, so I'm going to have a lot more room now for all my crazy stuff. So I'm looking forward to that. Alright, see you guys a bit later then, and thank you for watching my videos. I'm almost so close to 200 subscribers, and that's going to be so cool. I'm not going to do a 200 subscriber extra giveaway, because that means I have to give 3 boards away when we hit the 1st of April. But April got 2 boards giveaway, so your chances are there. I mentioned to you again, don't forget, if you already entered the competition before and already written me a message, don't do it again. Only if you haven't been in a competition before, you write me a message saying fingerboard or something about fingerboard, just something with fingerboard word included. And yeah, I will 2 or 3 days before, I will every day show a short video clip with all the guys I have, all of you from who said fingerboard. If you're not on the list, you still got a couple of days to say, okay, I'm not on the list, get me on there. So that I will definitely make sure. Alright, so see you later. Bye. Hi again, guys. Okay, so I just been down. Oh, I better turn this over because I can't show you guys the board. But I've been down and taking off the paper, and see what I do in the back side. I just sand it lightly so you can't feel it. This still looks like there's paper on it, and there is, of course, because you can see it, but I can't feel it. I just had a thin layer, and that's the back side. When I do my mold, I'll make sure that this is the one shown underneath, so that will be inside. And I've done that with both the pieces. So yeah, that is how you can do split wood. I'll probably, if anyone wants a tutorial on it, I could do it, but the way you're seeing it now, it pretty much tells itself how to do. So yeah, that's how you can get split woods, and just be very careful when you pop it in the mold, because it is only held together by a thin layer of glue. It will flex a little bit, as you see, without breaking, but don't do it too much, because it is very, very delicate until you get it glued fully on. So yeah, that is definitely another way of doing the boards. Oh, and I sold some of my fingerboard veneers, all the colour ones and stuff. I'm going to send that to Norway, so I'm just waiting for you to transfer the money, and I need your address, and I'll ship it off as soon as possible. So yeah, perfect. Alright, I will finish this video for today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, and take good care. Bye. Okay guys, I just decided to make a little extra clip here. One of my subscribers wants to buy some wood from me, and he already paid, so I am just calculating out some wood for him. So I'm just going to show you what you're going to get. I'm going to ship it tomorrow early, so you should have it in a couple of days as you live in Norway. Alright, so I'm just going to show you what I packed for you. I hope it's okay. I haven't packed it yet, but I'm just going to show you on the table what it is. So I hope that's fine. You're going to get 8 plies of the red, 8 plies of the yellow, 8 plies of the green, 8 plies of the blue, 25 plies of these. I can't remember the... Come on. That's 25 plies of these. And then you got 25 plies of this one here. And you get 10 plies of this. And you get 10 plies of that. So you got a little bit of different colors and variations to play with. I hope that this is alright for you. There's 100 in total. So yeah, when you get the wood and you make yourself a fingerboard, let me have a look and see what fingerboards you make. I'll be interested to see someone else do them out there. And if any other guys have subscribed make fingerboards, well, do me a video response and show me what you made. It's interesting to see what other people made. I mean, you've seen my boards quite a few times, so now it's time. I want to see your boards. Alright, so yeah, this is it for now. Take care. Bye.